One of the most common requests that we get is how do you take the pedals off your bike and how do you put new pedals on your bike? Well, it's quite straightforward in order to do that. The first thing is to remember that pedals are self-tightening, and in order to put them on, you have to turn them the right way. The first step is to identify the right and the left pedal. The right pedal threads on your bike the normal way, in other words, righty-tighty. Turn clockwise to tighten, counterclockwise to loosen. The left pedal is reverse threaded. So in order to tighten it, you have to turn it counterclockwise. Make sure that you have the right tools in order to remove your pedals. Some pedals require a large Allen key and other pedals require a special long-handled pedal wrench. The key word here is long. And in order to remove your pedals and install them properly back on your bike, it's going to require a reasonable amount of leverage. And that's why you're going to need a long wrench in order to do this. This is the left-hand pedal. It's the one that's reverse threaded. In order to remove this pedal, we're going to have to rotate the pedal spindle clockwise. So I'm going to insert my long-handled Allen key and I'm going to push down using all the leverage that this long Allen key will give me and break the threads free and rotate it loose. Once I've got it started, it's pretty straightforward, and then I can use the Allen key in order to completely unthread the pedal in order to get it off. It's very important that the threads on the pedal spindle are greased. A light coating of grease is often all that it will take in order to ensure that in the future you'll be able to remove your pedals easily. Lightly tighten it by hand first in order to make sure that you're lining up the threads properly in the crank arm. Once you've got it started, you can then use your Allen key to finish the job by tightening the spindle into the crank arm. Then apply some substantial leverage in order to finish the job of tightening the pedal onto the crank arm. Remember to turn it the wrong way if it's the left pedal, as this one is, and then pedal forward, holding the wrench in one place, and the pedal will simply unthread from the crank arm by doing this. Pedal forward to remove the pedal. Make sure that you have the correct pedal. Pedals are marked left and right, and this particular pedal has an L on the end of the pedal spindle to tell us that it's the left pedal, which, remember, is reverse threaded. So thread that on by hand, get it started, and then use the pedal wrench and pedal backwards and hold the wrench in place, and the pedal will simply tighten right onto the spindle, nice and easy. And then give it a nice quick tighten with the leverage of the wrench, and you're done. So that's how you put your pedals on your bike, and that's how you remove your old pedals from your bike. Remember that the longer your pedals have been on your bike, the more difficult it will be to remove them. It may be necessary to use extreme force if your pedals are very stubborn. A long-handled pedal wrench will make that job much easier. Sometimes you might have to resort to pounding on that pedal wrench with a mallet. If that force is not adequate, it may be necessary to replace your entire crank arms in order to change your pedals. But if you follow some simple rules and apply a little bit of grease on the pedal threads, it will eliminate the necessity to hammer your pedals in order to remove them in the future. So go out there and have a great ride.